All right, I finally got a little update. For those of you here on YouTube that don't follow me on Facebook, just a quick little backstory. It's been almost 1 year since I got primary custody of Blaine, and still no answers, still have the bank account frozen, and out of sheer frustration of not knowing what else to do, I called my lawyer out, and I just assumed that that was the only thing I could come up with, is he was somehow in cahoots with somebody. That's the only thing that made sense. Well, he saw it, and he called me a couple of days later, and both of us were a little heated at first, mildly, but both of us agreed to hear the other one out. And he apologized to me for not getting back. He admitted it is so crowded right now. They normally do like 120 cases a year. They're up to like 200 in the first 6 months. There's such an influx of people in the Permian Basin now, and the people that used to could not afford to go do any kind of litigation are now having money because of the oil boom. And my point is, he apologized to me, and I respect that. And he also gave me some information. I finally found out, come to find out, it was not Ken Paxton who directly ordered my bank account seized. It was a local, Adeola Shoyombo. She's in charge of the West Texas Permian Basin region on the Office of the Attorney General. So, first things first is my lawyer and I are cool. We're great. We were already friends, but there was just a rub there. And we talked it out, and I'm thankful we did, because I didn't want to lose a friend, not to mention the absolute best damn lawyer in Texas, if not the United States. So anyways, yeah, it wasn't Ken Paxton that did it. And if it wasn't for Ken Paxton's own campaign manager, the wonderful Michelle Smith, reaching out to me, none of this would be happening. Michelle Smith works for Ken Paxton. Like I said, she's his campaign manager. And she just happened to see me posting, talking shit basically, on one of his posts, and she was on her vacation. She reached out to me and said, "Oh my gosh, what's going on?" And I told her. I vetted her pretty good, because I wasn't for sure who she was at first. But she watched my channel, heard my story, and had someone call me. And every time she told me someone higher up was going to call me, she was not kidding. They called me. And so I'm not going to go into all detail, but if it wasn't for her, Michelle, this wouldn't be happening. I'm not going to apologize for raising hell. I'm going to leave my channel up on all the videos on Paxton. I'm not going to post any more. I'm basically neutral. I'm not going to endorse Ken Paxton. I'm not going to say anything else that are derogatory about Ken Paxton. I'm Switzerland. But I'm going to leave it up, because Ken Paxton, even though it wasn't him, I'm glad it wasn't him. He's the head. Out of sheer frustration, I just said, fuck it, I'm going for the head. And that's what I did. I went for the head. My story is not unique. I just happen to raise hell. A lot of people don't want to raise hell. They do, but they don't. And more people need to start raising hell. This is a classic example of a broken system that is either broken or it is working entirely as it was designed. I shouldn't have to go a year without some kind of answer. Nobody in the family court system should have to go a year in the family court system. The reason I'm leaving them up is I wholeheartedly disagree with the practice of stealing bank accounts from otherwise good parents who simply have the inability to pay. People say, well, go back to court. Do you know how expensive people who say that it is to go back to court? And I did go back to court July 21st, 2017. And you can see the results now. There's still not an answer. I mean, I'm finally getting some answers. We've got a new court final hearing scheduled at best August or September of 2018. So for all of you people who were whining at me about raising hell, I should just keep my affairs to myself and go through the court system. Well, the court system, at least right here, there's not time. When you go through a financial heartbreak, nobody has a year to wait, or most regular people. I'm just a regular person. But this system that is set up, there's something fundamentally wrong. It shouldn't be this hard to get in touch with somebody. And so no, I'm not going to take down the videos, because I think it's still wrong to steal bank accounts. I think we need to have a roundtable discussion. I would absolutely love to talk to Ken Paxton himself and have a roundtable with me and some other mothers and fathers who are going through the same thing. Something is fundamentally wrong. It's got to change. I don't know exactly what it is, but when I was a young man, the old guys would get off at once a month at lunch, and they'd go down to the courthouse and pay their child support or take care of business. Now everything is centralized. Everything is just this one big centralized government controlling everything. And another reason I'm not taking it down is I'm encouraging people to do what I've done and do it better. Do it way better. I can't tell you how many people have called me since my number was leaked and said, we did what you did. My son or my daughter refused to get out, whether it's a mom or a dad, refused to get out, and I recorded them, and it worked. Now, fortunately, none of them so far had to go to jail for it, like I did for 60 days. But for people who are struggling and having their children ripped from them for whatever reason, and they're a perfectly fit parent, they ask me all the time, how did you do that? I said, well, my answer is always the same. You apparently watched the Parker video. Yes, I did. I loved it. Okay, well, apparently you watched either Parker versus the Man or Caleb Gets His Phone Back, because that's how you got my phone number. Yeah, I've watched those too. Okay, well, have you seen the Blaine series? No. Have you seen the Paxton series? No. I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm telling you, the blueprint is there. And yes, I'm a YouTube partner. I get paid when people watch my content. Other than my buddy Kristen Megan setting up the fundraiser fund, we raised $5,000. That was my attorney's retainer fee. Other than that, I don't beg for money. And I mean, we sell shirts if you want to go to the Spreadshirt deal. But the blueprint is there. If you watch it all, you've got to learn how to talk to police. You just have to, especially in the United States. Because then, obviously, in the United States, you're far more likely to get shot or framed. No, I better not say that. Anyways, so where we're at now is the squeaky wheel gets the grease, and apparently I've been pretty squeaky to have Paxton's own campaign manager reach out to me, again, of which I'm very thankful for. Mr. Paxton, if you're watching this, Michelle Smith deserves a raise. It's time to get loud. So many people that I know, like on Facebook, everything is set to private. They've got 200 or 300 or 400 friends, and they're talking about all this good detail that needs to be exposed about these rotten exes. People, I'm telling you, if you want results, set everything to public. You better be living a clean life. A lot of people, that's why they won't get loud, is because they know they've been doing some things they shouldn't have been doing. In other words, if you're talking shit about somebody, especially someone as high as Ken Paxton, arguably one of the most powerful men in Texas, you better not have any dirt on them. They better not be able to find any dirt. There is no such thing as dirt on me. You're not going to find me cheating on my girlfriend, because I don't cheat on my girlfriend. You're not going to find me having murdered somebody, because I don't murder people. You're not going to find me out, stealing things, because I don't steal from people. Live properly, live openly, live wild even, but live safe. Have a good rapport with the general public, and get loud. And if you're in the situation that my family and I have been in, watch our channel. If your friend is, tell them, just watch it. The blueprint's there. When Parker refused to get out of the truck, when Parker stood his ground and just engaged in civil disobedience, Parker versus the man. There's a couple of videos I put up, they're just gags that aren't really necessary. I'm probably going to take them down. But my point is, I did what I was able to do because I watched people. One in particular is Adam Kokesh. Adam is a friend of mine. He is running for president on the platform of the Libertarian Party on the complete dissolution of the federal government. It's too big. It's too nosy. It steals too much. Anyway, I watched Adam for years, the way he would interact with police. That's where I learned how to talk to police. Getting in a screaming match with a cop is not going to do any good. Kissing their ass is not going to do any good either. There's a way to assert your rights, know your rights first of all, and know how to talk to them. So anyway, that's where we're at right now. Gavin Norris is my lawyer. He and I are fine. We're really, really good. We talked it out. And again, I've got mad respect for him for apologizing to me. I apologize for jumping the gun. Sorta. I mean, it's not really jumping the gun. It has been a year. But we've got a final hearing supposedly scheduled for August or September. The rally about Ken Paxton is officially called off. And Adeola Shoyombo needs to be fired. Because apparently Ms. Shoyombo is really not just pissed off a bunch of people like me and stolen our bank accounts, but some of the more prominent and respected, the good judges, she's pissed them off too. And she's pissed off some lawyers because she says she's going to slow things down, and she's not slowing anything down. She says she's going to speed things up, and all she's doing is slowing it down. It is dangerous to steal bank accounts. We were almost homeless. I had to scramble just to get rent money. So I call on Ken Paxton to fire Ms. Forgive me, it's not a common name. Shoyombo. I'll have it in the description. So anyway, keep up the good fight. Get loud. If you want results, watch my channel and repeat it and do better than me. It literally brings me to tears when people tell me, we did what you did with the Parker video and it worked, and now I get to live with my mom, or now I get to live with my dad. It literally brings me to tears. That lets me know people are doing it better than me. I want people to do it better than me, just like I want all of my children to live happier lives than me. I don't care what they do, as long as, I tell them this all the time, as long as you're not harming anybody and you're pulling your own weight, do whatever you want to do. I'll encourage it. If you want to be a doctor, great. If you want to work at the supermarket, great. I don't care what you do. If you want to do hair, London wants to do hair. She's got the brain of an Einstein. She reads 100 books a year. She wants to do hair. Little girl, you go do hair. So anyway, keep up the good fight. Don't give up. People, get loud. Get loud. And always record high intent. I don't know why I'm such a scatterbrain today. highly intense moments, conflicts, always record them. So see y'all on the flip side. Y'all be good. Bye.